ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, it's behind the fence again. Nobody asked for this, but we're bringing it back. After some absence, we're bringing you all the quality non-news and shenanigans you will ever fucking need. Ted is still not here, so I have some time to do things before that. We changed some things. It's gonna look pretty. It's gonna be exciting. Alright then, I suppose I should just start the show at this point. He's being abnormally late. It's never happened before. Oh, blimey. In other news, I believe there is going to be another Circle Jerks International this evening right after Behind the Fence ends, so you might also want to watch that. If they're live by that time, we'll host them, so you won't miss a thing. What else is on the docket? I suppose you should have a look at all our invigorating topics, which will completely and ruthlessly be ignored at any single point of the show. Just you wait. Ooh. First off, we'll be looking at the question of the day of vital geopolitical importance. Will stopping StarCraft Brood War kill the Korean uprising and possibly save the entire civilized world from nuclear wasteland? Nobody knows. After that, we have one of your favourite top 10 lists, 10 easy steps to getting your show cancelled. Clearly we have much experience on the topic, so might as well do that. Next off, we've got In Case of Low Subscriber Numbers, Burning Legion, the World of Warcraft memoir. Clearly there's nothing much to be said about that, it's fucking wow. Next we've got How to Know If Your Family is Fascist. That's very important. If your family is at any point revealing any signs of fascism or Nazism for that matter, please take the liberty and either salute Hitler himself in order to ensure your safety around them, or by any means call up your nearest American with access to proper firearms and I don't know, run or whatever. And we've got, oh yeah, we're now in full 640 by 480 HD. We've upgraded our invaluable technology from 2003 to bring you the finest analog signal you might ever imagine. Even though this is actually a proper radio show compared to all the other shit, it does have a resolution. Sound has been expanded, it has been improved upon, and now it has been left to ferment in a dark cellar somewhere in Provence, which is in French land. Clearly we know what we're doing, so do not question the methodology. These are some fine tunes by Home from the album Falling Into Place. I think you can get it for $1 in Bandcamp or whatever. Next we have a detailed tutorial on first aid for javelin or tiki torch wounds. So for all of you folks in Charlottesville over at the US of A, you can safely perform these actions on your loved ones at the moment of drastic collision with tiki torches or whatever those guys use. I don't know, I'm European. Damn it, he's really being bloody late. Uncharacteristically so. Well, it's time to plug shit then. Every Saturday, I believe, excluding the one coming right up, is going to feature Dungeons and Dragons with me, of course. I'll probably be streaming that also. But other than that, you can go follow Sunno, Crimson Shiranoi, and Lieutenant Prisco, and I believe Burnt Toast, as well as, I believe, the Gamer Ninja are also playing Dungeons and Dragons with me, and they're also rebroadcasting their own experiences with it. So far I think there's like a VOD somewhere you could watch. Other than that, yeah, ArtyloTV is now just weekdays. I'm taking Saturday and Sunday off, so that means I'll be at least trying to be fairly regular with what I do, beyond, you know, starting Okami over and, you know, playing the HD version, which is coming, you know, fairly soon, I believe, on like PS4 and Xbox 360, is it not? That's not the 360, it's the Xbone One X or whatever. Fucking Microsoft. Never got enough money, did they? Other than that, I think Sunday is the SummerSlam, WWE SummerSlam. You can watch some wrestling and big sweaty men touching each other in inappropriate places in order to get shiny belts. That's always a bloody pleasure. Oh my god, I think we have an actual article of news. The new episode of Game of Thrones, which is apparently called Eclipse, has been leaked. Tragically so. So don't you dare go to the Pirate Bay or whatever and download that. You know, just go into your WoW client, go into Dalaran or whatever, and start /yelling all of the Game of Thrones spoilers in that, you know, 300 by 20p just copy of leaked editorial footage. I think that happened to episode 4. So they're apparently not really keeping those episodes really safe. They need to just take the cassette they're putting the episode on, put it in a safe, and then shoot the man responsible for the safe, because he's apparently failed twice. Oh god, no. Apparently, in other wrestling news, Baron Corbin has cashed in his Money in the Bank chest, or whatever, contract, and he's lost it. He fucked it up. Apparently he was pinned by Jinder Mahal when John Cena did the thing, and now the excitement is gone. SummerSlam has become slightly less interesting to watch. Bloody goddamn hell. I'm gonna have to go, you know, look after him. He's apparently a no-show. Yeah, we could just do this. See? It's just me. There's nobody else. Oh, fun thing. I also accidentally started playing StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, which you can watch now. It's available somewhere, including VODs, I believe. The release of StarCraft Remastered, the original experience with all your, you know, Jimmy Rayners and your Carrigans and your Minsk and all of those. You can now play it in full HD. Blizzard, please sponsor us. I'm spending so much money on your games and I'm getting so little in return. Please. I really did spend a shit ton of money on those Blizzard games. It's like, oh well, I want the new WoW, and that's like $49. Then you get a subscription, which is like, I think, $10 per month. If you know, if you're really insane, you could go over to Diablo, then you could get the Necromancer, because that's new. Then you've got a new expansion over at fucking Hearthstone. You could also buy that for another $50 and be like the bestest of the best. I actually managed to open like 2 legendaries when I played Hearthstone. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna open 9 packs because that's how much I managed to save up. And now it's like, oh, well, ain't that fun? I might actually do a new thing where just, you know, stockpile money for the entire expansion just so I can buy the entire next expansion. But they give you so few gold, it's like 10 per 3 wins. That means if you've got a less than 50% win rate, you're like, well, might as well play for 7 hours or something. Because a match normally takes around 10 to 15 minutes depending on how much you're playing. So that's not really an easy thing to do. We've been live for 17 minutes. Boy, you're fucking late. Apparently, oh, somebody's sending me a Discord. And he has a fancy lady on it. Apparently on Ted's server, but let's investigate that. Let's see who this woman is. Apparently on his Discord. Questionable. Oh, he's taking it 2 to 3. The universe truly does not conspire against me. Oh, does it? Is he gonna really just leave me go off with his universe on a small motorcycle and just go off to a restaurant at the edge of space? Is he really gonna do that? Oh boy. We're waiting and we're excited. Everything conspires against me. Fuck my life. Good. That's good. Oh. The new patch 7.3 casting animations of pure magic. Ooh, new animations. You can flex those polygons now. Be very excited. No, don't you fucking rush. I've just started the show without you. Don't you fucking worry. You're gonna get your avatar when you appear here. It's not like anybody's watching, really. It's like, what? Why are you talking in front of an empty audience, you stupid twat? This is not like show business. And then you're like, but the show must go on. And therefore, much work is to be had with my jittery GIF. Now let us admire the fence. The one and only new fence. We personally constructed it out of fiberglass and the tears of social justice warriors. And then we painted it white because we realised that it doesn't really mesh well. And now we're genuinely behind the fence. Or at least I am. Because the other person who was supposed to be behind the fence is somewhere, you know, in front of the fence, which is not really amiable. It's against the code. You're either behind it, or you're either in front of it. But you better be behind it, because otherwise, oh boy, consequences. The old one's almost over. That scares me. Oh, let's see what Twitter has to entertain us with. Don't really look at Twitter often. It's quite a thing. Come on. Oh yeah, WCPW Loaded is back. That's like an independent sort of British wrestling show you could also watch. Oddly enough, they do pay-per-views too, I think. It's fine. Really is fine. Then we got... What do we got? Resident Evil design cover. No, that doesn't interest me any one bit. Are you interested by Resident Evil design cover? Or by Filipino gay animation student? I don't know how that helps, you know, with your art career. Like, hey, I'm an artist. I'm also gay, which makes me better. My brush strokes are not really straight. They're curvy. Oh god. You can kickstart a deck of cards. That is very good. Oh god. Somebody's having a baby. Sonic Mania is out. That is also a thing. I don't really play Sonic. I've played like the first ones, like the first 2 ones. But other than that, Sonic Mania looks It's gonna be interesting. Like on what systems is that released? I suppose it's gonna be, oh, it's exclusive to our PS, whatever. Sonic Mania. Bleh. It is released on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and Microsoft Windows. Oh, it's on Steam. How much? How much are you asking? $17. Ooh, baby. Available August 29th. Oh, so it's not really out, it's just out for console people. Anyway, avert that, we don't support consoles over here, so Sonic Mania is not released. It was leaked by its creators in order to create chaos in the internet. And the filthy console peasants have gained access to that leak and are abusing it. They're impatient and inhumane. Oh god. Yeah, the internet has really gone to shit. It's like, well, Nazis are scary, let's just fill Twitter with Nazi stuff. And they will totally not multiply. No, it's not like we're helping their message spread by spreading anti-Nazi symbolism. No. Who would think of that? We're fighting the right fight. It's not like the other things to be, you know, scared and terrified about, like nuclear warheads, whatever. I mean, America's gonna go first, so at least then Europe is gonna be, you know, the powerhouse of the universe after the entirety of Florida is wiped out. Ooh boy. This music is swanky. We've gotta play more Home. This Home is fucking good shit. I don't know if they've got more than like the 3 albums they have available. I'd be really sad if that were true. Let's check out Reddit because Twitter is apparently just filled with Pinocchio art or whatever. r/D&D has grown over 300,000 adventurers. If it were a 5e character, it would be just shy of level 19. Oh, look at you being funny. 300,000 is not bad. Sunday was the 10 million sanctioned magic event. Ooh, magic. I did try and get into Magic the Gathering, but then I saw the price and my wallet just disintegrated itself. Oh. But it was good playing for, you know, video games. I might just at some point get another one of those deck builders toolkits. Somebody's screaming outside. There's been a murder. Let's not investigate, because the murderer might be close. I know. He's climbing up my terrace or whatever. It's a balcony. Who cares? It's the same service or whatever. Oh no, he's pointing a gun at my face and telling me to drop on the floor. I think I need to, or I might not. I don't know how I feel like it. Yeah, he apparently does not speak English. He is a foreign assassin, judging by his posture, and he is wielding a katana for whatever reason. I think a sort of ranged weapon would be better for your line of work, but then again, who am I to judge the assassin trade? He's apparently honed his skills somewhere in the Middle East. But yeah, he appears to have left, seeing that my unbreakable will cannot be faltered, and the broadcast will go on. This has been your exciting news. While I still wait for Teddy to get the universe into, you know, his groove, shape the planets like he wants to. Not anything phallic, of course. And then he will initiate a trans-dimensional connection where from his universe of 276 HB he will open a rift that will go directly into your Ethernet port, and he will flow upon you like 15 gigabits per second. Quite exciting. The possibilities of the internet are endless. I was just getting excited because there was a Reddit post about a day9/tasteless/fic, and at some point somebody had written that, and apparently nobody knows where that is. I was getting excited about reading that. It would have been an interesting show right by then. Let's try and find it for this guy. Day 9 tasteless fanfic. Day 9 sexual misadventures. Okay. What is this? There's apparently a Reddit thread. Okay, let's start from the top. Here are some mode posts from the depths of TL, which is Team Liquid, for all of you not educated in the StarCraft lingo. That dug up recently. Definitely a hilarious side of Day 9 that not many new people have seen. Airplane story. What the fuck? I got caught jerking off all the time. I'm not unlucky. It's just standard probability. I beat off a lot, seriously. I beat off like, if I keep doing it, I'm gonna win something. It's only natural people will stumble on it eventually. For example, so I'm on this direct flight from Claremont, my college town, back to Kansas City, my hometown, for winter break. Since it's a direct 3-hour flight, it's too short to, you know, have an in-flight entertainment thing. But so long, I'm gonna be bored out of my goddamn mind. So of course, it's like, I guess I'm beating off like 5 times during this flight. It's only one of those small-sized slingshot airplanes that goes really fast, but it's really unstable. It has one tiny-ass cramped-up aisle. So I'm sitting in my anorexic bucket seat with my shitty peanuts, waiting for the plane to hit at enough altitude. When I finally hear ding, this is your captain speaking, we've reached a cruising at of 300,000 feet. 30,000, I was wrong. And now we're free to move about the cabin. Big success. I think to myself, the time is right. Of course I don't rush to the bathroom. No need for that. Why not give myself a little tease? I gently, slowly unbuckle my seatbelt. I stand up. I stretch a little bit. Take a nice, slow, leisurely walk to the bathroom. The back of the plane. Masturbation is good. Deserves full play its own. Get to the bathroom, close the door, and I slide on down. Start working myself. Holy Lord, it's amazing. I mean, don't know if you know it or not, but I'm really good. I'm in a 2 square foot dimly lit bathroom, but I feel so good. My back is arching and my foot is cramping. Not really ready to start screaming my own name. And then suddenly, turbulence. Ah shit! I hate turbulence. It's not that it makes me feel sick or, nauseated. Turbulence makes me feel like I'm about to die. So I'm jerking off, and suddenly the jerk in the plane floods my body with adrenaline. And I grab the handle of the bathroom, and I'm like, oh shit! Oh shit! Don't you know how hard it is to finish when you feel like you're about to die? I mean, seriously, imagine jerking off while there's a guy with a loaded gun up to your head, and he's screaming, come on, you passe, come on. That was exactly what happened when the trained Middle Eastern assassin came by my balcony. He was really weirded out, so he decided to leave. Now let's finish with the story. Had to drink some water there. It was weird. And then, you'd be shivering with your eyes closed. Tears streaming down your face, and you sputter through a little, just begging for it to happen. You weep. You just can't take it anymore. So there I am, trying to think of every dirty thing possible so I can finally do it. But all that's going through my mind, it's like, God, I need to reconcile with my dad and tell my brother I love him, etc, etc. And while I'm distracted in the mess of standard pre-death thoughts, don't realise that it is happening. Holy fuck, I said, as I fumble and trying to grab some Kleenex from the box in the container. I recently found out that Kleenex is apparently a brand of moist towelettes or whatever you have in the Americans. Why? Just call them towels or whatever. Or moist towelettes. Nobody calls, paper sheets by the brand. It's not like you know where the office paper comes from. Oh yeah, just load some Office 52 into that printer. Load what? Oh, I bought it from a weird shop called Office 52. You might, want to load some Office 52 into that printer. And also get some, Toys R Us into that cartridge over there. What? Oh, don't ask. Okay, we really need to continue with this Champlot Day 9 fanfiction. And then again, I hit the stewardess help button, and it's done. Onto the floor, still in a state of panic. I'm like, fuck, I need to turn this off. So of course, I geniusly press it like 5 more times, turning this off. Naturally the button goes ding 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 ding, making my situation seem all the more urgent. And I can hear the stewardess rushing to the door since I appear to be in desperate need of help. Focus, Sean, focus, I think. I need to hide my dick. So, this is genius. I pick up the Kleenex box from the floor, put on 5 pieces of tissue, and just lay them on top, so it looks kind of like a tent. So the stewardess, responding to my urgent spams of stewardess help button, proceeds to open the bathroom door, just like I knew she was going to do. She looks on the ground to see my epic protein stain. Epic protein stain? Who fucking calls it that? Looks up at my glorious dick tent. Then you know what happens. We make eye contact. So she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her in general. And I dislike awkward silences. However, this was all kinds of awkward silence, so I figured it was necessary to say something. So I did the best I could, and looked her right in the eye and said, it is what it is. Why did I say that? What a stupid thing to say. Well, I guess it's a hard situation to play it off cool. Can we like, hey, I know smoking isn't allowed on the plane, so did you have a stick of gum? So she shuts the door, I clean myself up, and spend another 3 minutes trying to clean off the mass of protein shakes on the floor. Even though I did a pretty good job, it's done hard to get the shine out of laminate flooring. Finally done, so I open up the bathroom door and I see a line of 10 or so people that have been building up since I went to the bathroom like 20 minutes ago. Again, it took a while since it's difficult to clean up after that. And you're thinking about to die, of course. I get to look across the line of all of them and say the only sensible thing I can think of. Those of you thinking, and going to use the bathroom, but make sure you're wearing shoes. Yeah, that's day 9 for you. There's apparently another chat log between day 9 and his brother Nick Potter, who is actually tasteless. He's a commentator for StarCraft 2 when, the things happen, His story is pretty interesting, actually. They were at some sort of, small regional tournament or whatever, and one of the commentators for the tourney, had to go or whatever, or was in some kind of trouble. So Tasteless just went up onto the commentating desk and, took the helms and piloted the plane up to, standard altitude, and everybody was like, ooh, you're pretty good at this, why don't you do this thing for a living? So now he lives in Korea commentating for, I believe, ESL. So yeah. Now that you've got the basic idea of who Tasteless is, you should probably know who Day 9 is. I'm constantly, forking viewers over to him. Not that he needs them, of course. Dead Vessel, who is Tasteless, and MYM Day 9, who is, of course, Day 9. Those were their, I believe, StarCraft Brood War nicknames, because you had to have those. I wish we had a twin sister. Are you kidding? Nick doesn't even fucking go into a different room. No, because they know what I'm doing, lol. He starts jerking off. Feels like I can remember over the summer. I'm gonna meet Tasteless, brotherly love. We set up our computers up, like 10 feet from a note. So I'm playing a game. I finish, take off my headphones, turn around, and Nick is like totally naked, jerking off at his computer, and honestly, if I interrupt him, he won't even be mad. I'll be like, Nick, Sean, can you scene? Sean, scene? You're fucking called scene. That's what you get for reading letter by letter like me. Sean, can you put this in IRC thread? Hell, I'll turn around, dick in hand in, they'll say, hey Sean, how'd your game go? Those were some sexual escapades. What is this? Oh, this is apparently on April 8th, 2008 at 11:59. Per se XX wrote, possibly this topic will be acceptable. Do you guys and gals have any particular sexual fetishes? For example, are you of the particular submissive or dominant, or either gay or straight, and then day 9 says, I'm straight and definitely dominant. I really don't like a lot of girls in top positions. Next question. Do any of you prefer a particular type of clothing of the opposite sex, like skirts, panties, one-piece swimsuit, or a bikini? Thongs, lacy underwear is definitely unimaginably hot. For some reason, I am really turned on when the girl is in a comfy pajama type clothing. Wouldn't. Do you prefer the oral or the regular sex? Or do you have any particular positions that you prefer? Do you have your eyes open when you kiss? Oh, I love some sex. I don't know what that's called, but from the side, I guess. Also, girl laying flat on his stomach with my behind is so good. I don't know, day 9 seems to be like, ooh, quite some sexual misadventures. Question 5 is, how would you respond to various fetishes that are seemingly common within cultures? For example, Japanese sailor outfits, American cheerleaders, or British tights. It's Google outfit, fuck, it's so hot. Clearly, day 9 is, God. Oh no. Getting, he's getting quite intense. Oh my god. No, Because there's more to this than we read into. We all know that day 9 is a sexual deviant. During his dailies, we never see him below the waist. In fact, in the past, he's even stated that he could do a daily with his pants off. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, day 9 is probably jerked off during his dailies. Yes? Do people actually do this? Oh boy. Well, that was not the, oh god, there's story time. Is that uploaded by day 9? Is there a place where we could read this? Story time. No, apparently not. Shit, can't find my day 9 storytime fanfiction. Day 9 fanfiction. Stage is apparently really into day 9 too, so that might be a bit of fanfiction. Music here. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Are you ready for this? I think you're ready. It's already been like an hour and I've just been reading day 9 fanfiction over the internet because apparently the universe is making Teddy really excited. He's probably jerking off. He can't be doing anything else at this point. He's like, I'm in such a panic, might as well take my pants off. I find this new Discord layout so fascinating. We should have a Teddy / Artylo fanfiction. That'll be quite exciting. So, let us start. Day 9 in the tortoise. Day 9. Day 9. We got him. Oh, I can read this. Come on. Day 9 and Artosis after MLG. Day 9 and Artosis both leaned back after finishing casting the MLG finals between Scarlet and Bomber. Artosis looked over and said, Sean, do you want to maybe go and grab a turkey sub once we finish our interviews? Sean thought for a second and said, sure, where do you want to go? Artosis replied, I know a place that has a $5 footlong you'd like. lowering his voice seductively. Nervously, Sean agreed and followed its horses to his room, where Artosis handed him a top hat, saying, "Sean, you need to wear this to make the sandwich even more delicious." Sean glanced over and saw Manfred sitting on a hotel bathroom chair. And Artosis said, "Yes, Sean." Artosis said, looking at him, "Manfred has to watch. It's for the best." A tear grew in Sean's eye as he felt the pressure against his back as Artosis moved closer to him. A fine mist hit Sean's neck as Artosis, breathing closer, a warmth growing on his neck. Artosis reached over and picked up a piece of bread, started to open it. She had moved over to the refrigerator and said, "Pull the turkey out." His hands on it, to Artosis. Artosis said, "Make this sandwich, and your ladder points will go up immensely. I can feel my ladder points rising already." Oh god. No. The album is out. It was like an hour or whatever. Now let's have that. Day 9 next. Total Biscuit fanfiction. Oh no. This is the thing. Alright. 50 Shades of Day. 'Twas a rare sunny day in the land of tea and top hats, and much of the local populace was shut away in their own private coldness. They wore a polite frown on their faces as they watched a few shirtless brave souls meandering the sweltering pavement. One of these brave souls lay on the Queen's back garden, his glistening chest protected by a thin layer of sunscreen, and exposed to harsh sunlight which threatened the pale skin of the very British man. With a top hat perked upon gleaming head, the man stretched his limbs, but only 2 of his joints popped. He sighed, wishing beyond wishes more joints on his perfectly sculptured frame would pop, just like his idol in our own senpai Day 9 of Day 9 TV. Who else? This man was Total Biscuit, and he stretched once more. A deep yawn emerged from his maw as he sat up, and sweat adorned his frilled brow. "I'm hungry," thought Partial Cookie, scratching at the back of his neck, while turning to scan the piles of books strewn beside him. "Give me some thoughts to eat," he snarled sensually, as he delicately manhandled a selected book. The origin of the Species of Badass by Charles Darwin. A perfect choice. He settled down to read. He felt an unusual chill down his spine. Strange and cold weather wasn't scheduled to return for this yet. This is quite, awfully written. Unless, of course, the damn weather people had it wrong again. But no. The cloud hung in the crystalline sky. Full crumpets crowed once more as a whisker ticked his ear. Usually he would find this contact infuriating, yet this time he was reassured by a voice sickeningly sweet, as honey literally pouring into his ear. "A gabba-dabba-dibba-dibba," snarled the whisper. A sweet, guttural cry enveloped his senses. "Day 9?" Section Bagel exclaimed, his top hat toppling from its perch, his wide eyes widening further as he scanned his empty surroundings. How did he get here in such short notice? Where are you? It's simple, my answer to the Norfolk clitoris. Came the soothing response as broken pancake's hat floated in midair before settling just beyond its owner's head. It came from the shadows. Of course, my lovely Day Templar. How could I forget that your existence isn't a major plot hole? Snap Jaffacake's eyes crumbled beautifully as he chuckled, ignoring the enormous crack in the back wall of the Queen's house. So what brings you to me in this magnificently unusual day? Quite simple. I wanted to show you how seemingly endless my thermal lands can appear. Day9 responded, his head uncloaking, to give the fit Brits below him a wink that was everything except subtle. He knew this sort of wink, this shared fetish for the two, as shown by the extraordinary pylon materializing in the Brit's pants. Day9 tipped the stolen hat perched upon his own sleek hair, mirroring the motions, those with far fewer hairs around their neck than him would do to attract a mate for their own. Besides, another wink, not wearing pants today. Bloated bread gasped, his mono-white tech fully built as he breathed back the British or American pants. Both. Shattered sandwich almost collapsed, an animo plush gracing his pale flesh. A fine mist descending to shroud the couple's head as Day9's soft hands slid onto the bare chest. His member was pressing hard into the fluffy fuzz of his lover's leg. I've been practicing just for you. Welcome to the gateway into space, Day9's words. But like warm butter, rich and hot. Limited scone couldn't help the foam. How did I write foam? I can't read. I've lost the ability, really. Limited scone couldn't help but melt at each syllable uttered. Luckily, Day9 sensually unbuttoned his beautiful trousers, working them past the hip. He stopped about halfway, locking his eyes, the fresh white underwear cloaking his prize. As both colossi towered, Day9 could feel his thermal lands reaching a level that brought him to his knees. I cannot maintain, gasped Day9 as resources flooded out of his nidusworm, landing squarely on Crumpled Waffle's fleshy oil chest, the resources slipping off to form multiple puddles upon the Queen's lawn. Well, fuck, other Day9, the fine mist dissipating as the first drops of rain from a storm hovering way above the couple mirrored his shame, dripping from his suddenly shrunken probe. Well, that was as well as building a landing pad for the Hindenburg or the Titanic. He gulped as he ran out of energy, his cloak finally dissipating. Day9 stood in the Queen's backyard, completely naked. His probe, he had formerly regarded as immortal, hung low in shame, as bright red as the rest of him. It's a tan, I swear. His last words before he disappeared in a blink of blue, retreating back to Aya, leaving a similar blue. Busted nut. Case sat down, alone. Day9's probe rushed thickly, covering the well-groomed glass. But the well-groomed glass, it's a grass fuck. Oh shit. Busted Nut's case sat dazed on the lawn, Day9's probe rush thickly covering the well-groomed grass. A single corgi taken from the palace, and the shame of the day captured a curious young writer on an iPad. Well, that was an experience, wasn't it? And Teddy is still not here. Oh, shite. Let's find something else. Oh, can't be found. Somebody deleted the fanfiction. Ooh, there's another one. End of day. Sean walked beside his bike as he approached the entrance to his home. His fingers fondled the inside of his bag, searching for his keys. That night's playtest weighed on his thoughts. Players are attacking each other more often now. But what's the end game? How long should a match last? And how quickly should it wrap up to the end? He thrust his key into the door and gave it a twist. He was tired. The promise of a warm shower and a soft bed was too hard to resist. As he entered his room, he remembered his computer was still on. He pulled the chair out and jiggled the mouse to see what was open. He had been playing quite a bit of CSGO lately. He closed it and was late. Should I check Reddit real quick? Maybe should I check my email? Sean caught himself in time and decided to power off the computer instead. The warm water enveloped his aching body. He caressed his skin while washing over it with soap. He felt like staying there forever. After a few moments of bliss, the promise of sleep lured him out of the shower. He massaged his face while wiping it dry. Ding! A noise came from his pants. He picked up his phone. Hey babe, how are you? Can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Thinking of you, XOXO. A smile crept on Sean's face as he replied. As he went to put the phone back, he noticed a dark shape move around his pants. There was something particular, a pile of clothes. It was hard to see with the warm mist clouding the air. He hesitantly reached forward as he came for a closer look. Adrenaline pumped. His hair stood on end. A shadowy figure. Am I even? Yeah. Where was I? The shadowy figure was none other than the embodiment of his worst fear. An arachnid, an eight-legged demon, spawned from the darkest pits of hell. The realization made his stomach twist. He froze in terror. The creature scampered toward him. A small scream escaped his lips as he jumped back. In his panic, he bumped into the sink and knocked over his toothbrush. The dark shape continued to approach. Give me a big hug. Sean cursed the leopard for the thought. He regained some composure and quickly glanced around. The towel! He grabbed in, and one motion swung it with all his might. A moment passed, the interloper was gone. Adrenaline stung. It was starting to subside. Soon enough, he was able to think clearly, albeit with an ache. He found the curled up husk of his assailant, puny in both size and stature. Now that it was dead, he rolled up many sheets of toilet paper and disposed of it. His gaze met his clothes. He could not shake the thought of of 1,000 tiny legs, pitter-pattering all over them. He used a towel to shake his wallet and keys out of his pants, avoiding to touch them with his skin at all costs. He gathered them and dumped them in the dirty clothes basket. Along with the towel, he rubbed his forehead with his hand, hoping to relieve the tension. But now he was all but exhausted. He retreated to the comfort of his bed, felt soft and safe. He exhaled the comfort of his bed. It felt soft and safe. He exhaled a sigh of relief. What shall I play on Friday? His thoughts went on to tomorrow's date, the rest of the week. Just as he was about to fall asleep, a bit of paranoia crept in. I better sleep with my face covered. He pulled the sheets up over his head and tucked himself into a cocoon. No spiders are getting in here tonight. He relaxed his body and drifted off into sleep. Oh my god, what's going on? It's been like an hour. And it's already like happening. There's actually admins reading that. Day9 fanfic number 2. Is that still there? Ooh boy, that's a link. The link is there. Somebody submitted something 2 years ago. That's like 2005. He found this thread, like, which was created 4 years ago. Oh boy. Let me just stay in general chat. Hope that, you know, somebody pops in. Because this is horrible. What will he do? Can't do this anymore. It's been an hour. Oh. There's like a shit ton of things, but none of them can be talked about because reasons. And I don't really have stories because I'm a boring person. Imagine that. What's in the forum? What? Yeah, people were talking about, you know, things. Mostly Hearthstone, apparently. Disappointed in StarCraft 2's continued decline. No. There's even a fucking clan. Just recruiting. Name calling. People are getting excited! This is horrible. I need to reset the microphone though. There we go. 0 latency. I should check that out. See. Right, line in, play back the voice recording. Use the listen to the voice option instead. You have 1 millisecond. I think I'm at the lowest amount of samples, so that shouldn't be messing with it. The thing is, the delay increases over time. This is just a shit part. We're already at like the 11th tune in this album. Let's ask for a death threat. Oh god. No, let's just wait for the death threats to come, which of course they do. We always get one by Justin Roiland, who, you know, clearly always sends one in. The next Day 9 daily broadcast, 1 day, 5 hours, and so. Just love how he has his own website and shit. Quit being a fake Brit or I'll feed your family to my cat. Now listen here. If I hadn't told you, you wouldn't know it was a fake Brit. By that point, I would have already, you know, been in your house and have stolen all of your cats. At that point, you would have been real terrified. And I won't. I'm a genuine fake Brit. Nothing can stop me. Did I just do something with the cord? I had to adjust the microphone there for a second. Oh shit, did you? No. Isn't it? The thing about being genuine fake British is almost being British, but being, you know, sort of not discontinued, more like just desensitized to your surroundings and thinking, yeah, the weather outside is constantly foggy and bad, despite it being really just a regular sunny day in somewhere like Arizona or whatever. Don't even know where Arizona is. Might be just snow and White Walkers or whatever. But then, when you've vividly imagined you being in Britain all the time, you know, you start, you know, having these hallucinations of like Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, a ceremonial dish that is laced with lead and is therefore, you know, unsuitable for consumption. Yeah, at that point, you start drinking about 2 gallons of tea every day, and then your entire body just shuts down from, you know, overhydration, and then you just, I believe, start reading some weird Oscar Wilde things, and that's enough, really. Ooh, look at that! I can switch seamlessly. We're getting another death threat. And I keep hitting my microphone. It's quite shit. Yes, I'm definitely Australian. Spreading disinformation. Let's just Google the weather and time in Melbourne. So it's 12 degrees Celsius and 53 degrees Fahrenheit. It is also 5 AM in Melbourne, clearly the time I do behind the fence. It's partially cloudy with precipitation. The wind is 21 kilometers per hour and there's 72% humidity. That's like almost viscous water. You just go outside and you start swimming amidst the water particles. No then. Melbourne weather forecast. Gustly winds with airplane areas hit with winds. Only Melbourne is quite shit at this point today. Rain, thunder, way to Victoria. Yeah. Somebody tweeted something in there. 80s one? No, wait, somebody. One of my mates has started watching the old Twin Peaks. And he's having some fun. I just love bamboozling people at where I am. It's like, oh, which part are you from? I'm from Melbourne. I'm a genuine fake Brit. Yeah. I'm actually from Minnesota. For those wondering. I don't know where that is, but I've been there. When I was born. Lived there all my life. Still don't know where it is. This is getting out of hand. Whenever I went to Oz, when I go to Perth, I've always wanted to visit the eastern side. And now Ashley's in it. Now Ashley's gonna be like, oh no, he's not a fake Brit. No, how dare he? Oh god. Perth is a nice place. Oh god. The bamboozle is high quality. There is a cure for such disorders. Oh boy. Oh, listen to this tune. Actually sort of did the dance I have on the GIF. So for once, it's actually accurate. Wait, I need to do a thing. I really need to... Wait, no. So, camera... This is really bad. Aspect ratio. 16:9, motherfuckers! Give me that HD. Why am I suddenly dark? Gaming rig. Golden ratio? What? I don't think I can use flash on this. I don't think web cameras still have that. The @ symbol stands for at, when it really looks like it should stand for around. The internet today. True, but it sucks that after Perth is just desert. My Australian accent is really good. I have quite the experience of the 3 cities they have, like Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, and then you also have Canberra. Yeah. I could be an Australian, I just, there's nowhere really to be. I'd love to go to Australia at some point. If Teddy ever comes. Let's just listen to some swanky tunes. Yep, you're straight up lying to the person. That's what I do. I'm from everywhere, I'm from Wisconsin, actually. I was like, oh, I thought Arty wasn't from Aussie. Yeah, Wisconsin is the place. I got a British accent from watching Twin Peaks. I've gotten a new follower on Instagram, which I never post on. Hint, hint. Teddy's like 2 hours late. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. He's probably dead. look at those pretty pictures, totally not of women. Instagram is great. It just suggests things to you. It's like, oh, you look like a man. Let's, who's the first nude model we know? Oh, this one. Yeah, let's give it to him. So you get your booty in you. Yeah. I was reading Day 9 fanfictions up until now. You missed quite a major and very crucial part of your daily routine. It was some weird shit. I believe you can get the VODs later. I have archiving on, so should be. Ted, don't you at him? Come on. Don't be that girl. Come on. You have things to do. He said the universe was against him. He's probably fighting Thanos himself. He is the real Avenger. You have to save Artie. No, I need no saving. He's crashing and burning. Yes, I've combusted into flames. It really hurts, but you know, I have ants in my eyes, so the pain is slightly distributed. I should watch Rick and Morty, really. That's like, how many episodes now? 2 or 3? You know, I would probably need to know the point where the Mulan sauce joke comes from, because that is really important in internet culture right now. They actually did get the Mulan sauce. Justin Roiland got like a weird crate sent to him, which had, you know, things written on it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Twitter, was it? Yeah. Twitter, Justin Roiland. No, not Toyland. Roiland. Toyland is different. Slamming door and less than a crusher, but oh. What? If I go to save him, he only ends up with the javelin in the back. Yeah, but the leave general chat. Where's the Mulan sauce? There we go. Justin, we finally did it. It took months, but we finally brought back some Szechuan sauce, which is apparently another name for it. Did he get you into court, or did you get him into court, or did you meet in court? Me and Teddy met in court. It was a weird thing. He wanted somebody to play Overwatch with, and I was like, no, I'm new here, so I really want to get into bronze team, so I'll just touch his butt until it happens. And that's how it happened, really. No, shut up, don't ask me questions until I'm reading the fucking Justin Roiland mantelpiece or whatever it is. We finally did. It took months, but we finally brought back some Szechuan sauce. We'll spare you the visit, but it turns out dimension C199AM is a dimension where it's always 1998. In 1998, every day. No smartphones, no social media. It's weird. It's a scary place. But they've got Szechuan sauce on a regular menu. So here we are with some precious cargoes, the Szechuan sauce you remember, from some souvenirs from the dimension we tried to get along the way. Wish we could have brought some more sauce though, but we couldn't risk keeping the portal like that open. Think about it. If you knew in 1998 that McDonald's would have an all-day breakfast in 2017, would you really want to stay in 1998? Of course not. If you left the portal open, we would have poker shells, bucket hats and boy bands as far as the eye could see. It's too risky. Even the sauce as delicious as this. A few lucky fans will also get to experience the glory, but the first portal in the dimension is for you. Stay shrifty, Chef Mike. Yeah, they generally did get a thing. Oh, and also on the label, on the bottle itself, it's like, for use only in McDonald's restaurants, see 1998M, during limited promotional window, and maybe again 20 years later. Do not serve to mad scientists travelling with their teenage grandson, potential non-scientist version of the mad scientist from an alternate dimension, and or Jerry. Got me too. I just love when people go into the living room and like, yes, I am part of this conversation now. Apples. Oh. This is what the show is entirely based on it. fact that the dancing gif on here makes it seem like the story is more hype than it is. Yeah, it really is. Like, look, Teddy would have his own gif too, but he's not here, so his gif does not exist in this dimension. Oh yeah. I've literally exhausted everything. Teddy just doesn't exist in this dimension, yes. He opens a portal directly into your Ethernet port and impregnates your computer with his magic juice. That's how we broadcast behind the fence to every single child on the planet on Christmas Day. What are they even talking about? Have you ever seen that like video by Vox, I believe, which weirdly enough are getting really good at the sort of internet media thing, where they talk about, you know, one of the first internet cafes, the App Cafe somewhere like I believe in New York, and the owner's just this hipster cunt. He was basically not changed any whatsoever since the 80s. And people were actually fucking confused at what the @ sign was. Like, oh, I thought it was about... Because email wasn't prominent, it was like businesses would have a website from time to time, but other than that, the internet was hypertext and nothing more. Oh. What's this? Tekken 7 is doing better in sales than Street Fighter 5. Who cares? The fighting game community. Who are they? We don't know. Apparently they sold like 7 million copies? No, that's bullshit. That's... Tekken 6 sold 3.5 million copies, Street Fighter has sold 1.7, and... Can I get another number? Tekken 7's console sales have already exceeded 1.66 million. I'd like to exceed 1.66 million in revenue, you know. You can send it directly into my bank account if that's what you want. Andy! Anywhere you going? He's like away. He's traveling, giving children his magic juice so they can enjoy life. You know, there's really one way you could cheer up a miserable friend, and that's, you know, hide inside your friend's toothpaste tube and give him a mysterious minty fresh surprise. Am I right? Like when they open their toothpaste and want to brush their teeth and question their own existence. It's only fitting for you to be inside there. You know, touch the bum or whatever. Apparently there's a lot of gifs of Stan from whatever it is, Gravity Falls fighting Hitler, the KKK and Donald Trump. I do not understand politics, but whatever, that's fine. People are totally not making Nazis a thing again. You know, Germany is totally not gonna get an idea or something like, oh yeah, Nazis seem suddenly popular now, let's just return the Hitler Youth. I think that'll be fine. And the Tiki Torch production has increased tenfold. I mean, that's stimulating local business. You know, Walmart is probably, you know, scraping the barrel for their Tiki Torch, you know, supplies or whatever. You know, they have small children in Africa constantly making new Tiki Torches because, of course, each and every Tiki Torch is made with love and slavery. And upon that, you know, these, you know, American nationalists you have over there are apparently doing the good work. I don't see why you would have a problem with them. but oppression and rights and equality, but no. Go do something else with your free time. If your, enjoyment consists of entirely going out on the street, screaming your lungs out for a just cause that will help humanity in the end. No, it's not. The American dream has failed you. Your children will not live a better life than you. And whatever Frank Underwood said in that speech, fuck. GoFundMe and PayPal, the latest website to take a stand. Why is everything about this? You can't go on Twitter. I mean, it used to be Game of Thrones leaks, and now it's just, the Nazis are bad, everyone else is good. But you're still white and, think that white supremacy is cool, but I'm not a Nazi! That's what you get. Fucking cunts. Now listen to this groove. Let me just bump it up. There's some swanky tunes. What would be so swanky? What would be swankier if Ted was actually here? That would be great. It's like we're already passing the regular runtime. And I'm like, is the universe still conspiring against you? Because I think I can find you some people. And George Bush. They'll fix the universe up for you. Oh, listen to this groove. That's 27. I should remember that. I constantly just listen to this album, which doesn't have proper titles for its songs, and at some point I'm like, I really like this track. I should remember which one it is. But then again, you have 35 tracks, and it's really hard to remember one number amidst 35 other numbers. It's like, I'm terrifyingly confused by numbers and mathematics. But it's a really swanky album. It's by Home, which is like this weird DJ person thing, who's probably a mystic, but you wouldn't know. Nidhogg 2 is out. Fine. The new Widowmaker skin is hot. He's bae. Good. Oh no. Okay, cool, fine. Sonic Mania is a thing. Yeah, let's wait until, a month passes and then maybe actually we can play on a proper game machine. I mean, it's probably not very costly on hardware and shit, but come on. Releasing it on console first? When has that ever happened? PC is where you want to be. Oh, there's some bass going on. The Simpsons was a mistake. I mean, what's left is for us to just commit to everything we've done by now and, announce that we are becoming a sovereign state of Nazism, which doesn't really have a geographical location, but it's on the internet. Imagine that if actually some country decided, no, we don't have a plot of land where we exist, we're just on the internet. Like a website or something, decides to be a sovereign nation. But yeah, we're fine. We have laws, we have systems. You know, moderators are police. Probably admins are politicians or whatever. You get polls every once in a while. You go to international meetings with Skype or whatever, and you're fine. Yeah, let's do that. Make a small fascist thing and have people rage about it on the internet and instantly get Twitter follows because people are drawn to outrage. Yeah. Oh no. Artsel and Kiribati are in the staff meeting place and they're like, ooh, we're gonna have a staff meeting. It's gonna be exciting. They announced the thing. Changes to the second Hearthstone format. Short version, double elimination brackets. Matches will be 3-in-1 ban. Last hero standing format. Whatever that means. We're implementing a tightening enforcement of match conduct rules. Please review the updates. Look, oh shit, they actually... Ugh. Kitty, stop. Kid, you're working. Shouldn't be this thing you go to work more. Just take it slow. Take it real nice and slow. And then at some point, it just happens. Like behind the fence. Like every Wednesday, it's like, oh, is it Wednesday already? There's like 5 minutes to the show. And, you know, just we regurgitate a podcast at some point. Like Jerome. Have you ever heard of Jerome? It's like a mascot. You regurgitate things constantly, like semi-automatic weapons, clown feces, and a Swiss Army knife, fully exfolded. God, this is taking a turn. This is quite exciting. Teddy's probably dead in a ditch, hit with some spanner or whatever. You know, he went to fight the universe, and the universe was playing dirty. She just took a massive club and had Uranus hit Teddy in the back of the head. Now they're dragging him off to some weird Amazonian planet where he will be massaged to death or whatever. Let's just enjoy the sweet sounds of ambient music right here on 76.6 or 9. 76.9, is it? 76? 76.9 FM behind the fence. actually, instead of waiting for Teddy for another half an hour or so, I think we're gonna be calling it a day. Oddly enough, I don't think he's coming. So I'll try to get another Behind the Fence done for next Wednesday. So same time, same bad place on the internet, same weird people. Secret out.